Welcome back to an episode of Chris Look Fishing. We got Alec, he's one of our subscribers. We got Evan again. We were supposed to go to Clearwater, but that went to hell. The wind is so bad and the rain is so bad that we had to go south. Now we're south. We have no spots over here. We're gonna try to get hogfish with this new Polespear from Riffe, the Riffe Mamba. It's 9 feet, and we're gonna see how it goes today. I like the colors. Hopefully, perform super well. I'll see you guys out on the water. Boom! Yo, check this out. There's just cargo ships everywhere. That's so cool. Maybe we'll dive the anchor line on one of them, but look at all that. There's Alec. The viz looks like not good, but we're gonna figure it out. See you guys in the water.
Welcome back underwater, everybody. On this day, the visibility was horrific inshore. Like, we were on our way out. We had a bunch of problems with rain, so we were gonna go north and look at a Clearwater, try to go back for those cubera, but we literally couldn't do it because it was raining like crazy over there. So we tried to go south. We went south at a skyway, and the viz inshore, and by inshore I mean like 45 feet, was horrible. And even the viz here is like kind of mid, but as we kept running south, it got better and better. So we found these ledges with the sonar, and we're diving them for hogfish using these new Riffe Mamba Polespears. At the time of filming this, these had like literally just come out. We had just gotten a shipment of them in at Neptonics, and we were testing them out. And now they've been out for a few months, but they're still really cool Polespears, and I do recommend them. I'll talk more about why later along in the video. So you see I'm laying along the ledge. I see a nice hogfish coming in. Load the Polespear, take my shot, and I'm kind of just waiting for him to give me the good shot. I know he went in there. He's going to come back out right there. Boom. And he gets off. This often happens when I'm using the Polespear for the first time, or like when I'm just getting back in the water, because I shoot from too close and it gets up on the actual Polespear. But after shooting, the great thing about a Polespear is you can just go find the fish and reshoot. They're very easy to reload underwater. The fish is in this hole, you just can't see him. So I stab him one more time and head up to the surface. This is a bit of a long dive considering I had a loaded Polespear for most of it. That really saps your oxygen, the Polespear in your hand. But we got him. That's the first hogfish of the day. And Evan's got one too. I love those fins by Penetrator. They've been my fins forever, and they will continue to be. Alright, so getting down, dive number 2, and I said I like this Polespear. I'm a big headhunter guy. I've always had the headhunter Nomad. This spear has all of the advantages of the Nomad, but it fixes the problem with the little rubber retainer band being like really annoying, getting cut on reefs, etc., not holding the tip on all the way. It's having to replace it a bunch mid dives, whatever. Instead, the retainer band for this Polespear is actually like a muzzle bungee from if you've ever gotten like a pipe gun, right? So it's much tougher and it holds it in better. And you see I've got that big hogfish in the back lining up on him. They do a little spooky, but just follow him along. This spot is just littered with hogfish, this ledge. I don't know what it was about this particular spot. It might have been that the ledge here was taller than any of the other spots we went to, but it was just covered in hogfish. Follow him over, take that shot. He tries to go over the ledge, but I stop him. And this seems to be the hogfish sweet spot, the like 50 to 70 feet. Once you get much deeper, I stop seeing as much hogfish, start to see more mangrove, snapper, red grouper. Which is nice about hogfish, is you really don't have to go that deep. But you can see that retainer band right there that I was talking about. It's not the tiny little rubber band that the Nomad has. The other thing that I really like about this spear is it feels a lot like the Nomad in hand. The injector rod is like the way that the slip tip goes onto it is slightly more secure because it has a lip for the slip tip to come onto, as opposed to just like, just sitting on there and having the retainer band do absolutely all of the work, which is really nice. The slip tip feels sharper, just given that it's a different shape than that of the Nomad. Bunch of different factors lead me to have kind of a preference for this one. You can see these two really nice hogfish come up right here, and I was like, oh, this is it. I can get a 2-for-1 with a Polespear, which is very, very, very difficult. But they almost line up. I almost get it. And then I just decided I'm going to go for this bigger one and tell Evan and Alec that there's another one about the same size down there heading up. And you can kind of see the water's like green. It's because the rain from up north is still affecting it down here. Thanks, Alec. Alright, no one saw Alec do that. No one saw Alec do that. Okay, we got the Evan camera. Evan's on his way down. He, did some custom grip stuff on his Polespear. So we got Evan on his way down. We got Alec with the gun. And they're diving on top of the ledge as opposed to where the ledge meets the sand. And I would say that the hogfish were 50-50 distributed, both along the ledge where it meets the sand and also on top of it on all this the grassy coral type stuff. And Evan sees right here, nice hogfish, grabs it, starts to head up. But as he's heading up, you'll see there's sharks that come in. Nice bull shark there. There's another one. So they head up. Evan's got his nice fish, and they come up to tell me that the spot has sharks on it.
It's getting really sharky.
That's my other fish.
At least 2 or 3 bulls going crazy down there.
Really? Oh, that's a nice one. That's, I think, the biggest one so far. It's a nice fish.
Yeah, so Evan had that nice fish. We took some pictures up top while we waited. We waited 10 minutes, and then going back down, same spot to shoot some more hogfish, because there were a bunch on this spot, and we had never really shot a good number of hogfish in a day. So going back down to grab some, and I've already shot 2 or 3. I think I've shot 3 at this point, and a mango, but I wasn't recording for that. And get down. I'm kind of just laying here. I land off the ledge, and so I'm trying to bring the hogfish into me as opposed to swimming around for him. And I'm laying down here, and Evans follows me down. I start pointing while he's on his way down right there at that fish for him to go shoot, because I'm just not in a position to load my spear and shoot it. So I start pointing. That's me in the top right. It's my view, and Evan's view is the main view right now. And Evan's kind of looking to land in the direction that I'm pointing so that he can shoot this thing. Starts to load his spear. He sees it, kicks towards it, and boom. It's kind of cool to get the dual perspective on that dive. Yeah, I got another nice hogfish for Evan. A little bit of teamwork for the gang. And with that, we're gonna head to a new spot and see if we can find some other species to shoot, because we don't want to blow out this spot. This is gonna be one of our staples going forward.
All right, it's noon o'clock. We got 5 hogs in the box and cargo ships everywhere. Look how cool that is. What? I forgot about your mango? Yeah. Look at all those boats, dude. It's kind of crazy. All right, 70 to sand. There's the ledge. Looks great. You ready, Alec?
Oh yeah, man.
I like ledge.
Oh, that looks good.
So as you can see, the visibility here is incredible. It's much better. We went much further south. We went probably 10 miles south of where we were before, and I can already see the bottom. This is 70 feet. I was probably 50 feet off the bottom, and you can see everything. Really cool to see. So on this dive, it held me out here because the video is labeled mutton, and I remember seeing the mutton. And in the Gulf, that's super cool and rare to see mutton snapper this shallow. But I'm down. I'm looking. Is that it? No, that's a mango. Grunting. I'm looking around for it. Maybe it's when I look back that way. I have no idea. Well, I remember seeing a mutton, and I remember that it was like not legal at all. Like it was small, but it was still really cool to see. And let me know if you all are able to see it in this or able to find it. Because I don't know. I know I clear as day remember it happening, and this is the clip that it happened in. But for some reason, my eyes aren't helping me out right now in finding said mutton snapper. But you can see how much clearer it is at this spot than before. It's also just such a flat, calm day, which is cool. There's Alec shooting another mango, which is dope that he shot a mango in like 75 feet. That is not easy for someone who is pretty new to spearfishing to do. So, really impressive there. And I'm back on my way down. This is such a cool like ledge because of how sharp it is. Like the top of the ledge is like 50 feet and the bottom of the ledge is like 80, like out in the sand over to the left there. And I'm just kind of picking the part that's most densely populated with coral, and the reason it's most densely populated is because it's steeper. See, I'm like trying to find the biggest bits of coral so that I'm going to the spots where the fish have more structure to hang out near. Looking around, you can see how I have not loaded my Polespear. I'm not going to load it until I have my eyes on a fish that would be desirable. Otherwise, I'm just wasting oxygen. So I see this group of mangoes out in the distance. I load my Polespear. Let them come in closer to me. I'm trying to pick out which one is biggest, which one do I shoot, and I end up going for that big guy right there. Boom. Not the best shot, and also not actually the biggest fish. Like the fish that Alec shot before the mango was much bigger than this one, but that was the biggest one in that group. It's really cool to be able to dive the deeper parts of the Gulf from the skiff on these flat days. Being in 75 feet in the skiff in the Gulf is pretty crazy.
All right, Alec got a couple mangoes. That one's pretty nice, right there.
I don't know if this one's legal though, bro.
That one's fine. You see it? That one's like 15 inches. He's fine. This one's a beast. Look at that. It's a nice one. All right, good job, Alec.
The mango. Ah!
Good looking spot right there. Yeah, dude, you're not gonna.
Alright, so we're now at a wreck. It's even clearer at this wreck. And we actually ran into GR out at the last spot, like, and right on our way to going to this wreck, which was cool. We were both out on skiffs because of how calm it was. It was just cool to see him out. GR, for those of you who don't know, is the owner of Red Tide Spearfishing, who you all should check out. Neptonic sells a good bit of their guns. Their knives are really good, etc. But this wreck is very large, and most of the good fish are inside of it, which poses a challenge for me with my Polespear, obviously, because it's hard to get the whole thing inside the wreck. and maneuver it in a comfortable way. But I'm looking around here, and you'll see briefly this massive skeleton inside the wreck. That is a dead Goliath grouper that you're going to see in a second. And there were a bunch of fish, including these huge yellowtail snapper. They don't look that big on camera, but they were like flag yellowtail, which is another rare thing to see this shallow in the Gulf. And you see that skeleton right there. The white on the bottom is this whole carcass of a Goliath grouper. And I go for one of those snapper, and I'm unable to get it. But it was very cool to see the dead grouper carcass and the fish feeding on it inside of the wreck. I'm assuming it probably got hooked by an angler, and the line got wrapped. It's very rare to see a grouper like that die of natural causes inside of one of those things. Yeah. Alright, so now we're just doing some good old pipeline diving. There's a pipeline that runs out from the Skyway that's just covered in boulders and stuff, and different sections of it are exposed, and those are the sections that people dive. And this is what that looks like on the bottom. It's just these big piles of rocks. The problem with the pipeline is it's very, very pressured because it's all public numbers basically, and scuba divers just go all the way up and down it. So these mangoes on the pipeline are very smart, especially when you have the Polespear. They give you no time to shoot. They duck into the rocks or away so quickly that they're impossible to hunt. And the worst part is you can't even just sit there on the bottom and let them come to you, because they're used to scuba guys who are on the bottom for 10 to 30 minutes. I don't know how long are scuba guys on the bottom for. I have no clue. But you're not going to be able to outcompete the scuba guys at that. So I decided to grab the Marauder so I could hip fire and just fire off a shot as soon as I saw a mango, so that I wasn't going to lose him or let him duck into the rocks first or flee. And this style of hunting is not my preferred style, but sometimes you have to kind of make do with what you've got when you've got these pressured spots like this. And I'm on my way down. You can see I'm not going all the way to the bottom yet. I'm trying to locate the school or group of fish that I want to target. And as I'm looking around, I end up seeing a pretty decent hogfish, and I end up going for him instead of a mango. And that's one of those things where, how do you pass up on that? Even though it would have been nice to have the Polespear in my hand when I shot that guy instead of the gun. You take what you can get when you can get it, and all these hogfish were absolutely delicious when fried up. We fried them up later that day. Always brain bleeding gut. I haven't been showing this as much, but always do it. See you guys in the next video.
All right, we got storms over there. We got storms over there. We got storm over there. And so it's time to head in. We are way too far out to be messing around with that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, the way in is straight through that storm. So stay tuned. We're gonna figure it out and hopefully make it back alive.
Oh, there's so much It stinks! Run!
Oh, we just made it through all that. Good job, team. And we're back. Land! Land! Oh, that was horrible, though. Never again, right, Evan? All right, well, we just got back to dock. We got, how many hogs is that? I can't count. 7 hogs, a bunch of mangoes. These are not small fish either. That's a big mango. Good job, Alec. PB mango. Yeah. Got big old hogs. But yeah, it's free feet for you guys. I should start it, Evan. What if we did a feet OnlyFans, a crystal feet OnlyFans?
I kind of buy it.
Yeah.
You think Jerry would buy it? I don't think so.
I think Jerry would buy it. All right. See you guys.
Oh.
Too much rain!